But since you could walk, you've been wearing some kind of shoe, though.
Yeah.
Okay. The shoe industry is a $450 billion global market. But why? Humans have been walking and running barefoot for thousands of years. What changed? There are countless charities and NGOs handing out shoes for free all across the globe. The first pair is always free. After that, dependency often follows. Feet weaken, sensitivity increases. Soon, walking without shoes feels impossible. So I started asking the tough questions. Why don't people from barefoot cultures come to America tell the truth? You don't need those. The answer was simple. Follow the money. We're here today outside Dick's Sporting Goods, an alleged shoe dealer. We're gonna go inside and see if they'll answer some of these basic questions. All right, guys, here we go. Just to confirm, I am barefoot. So the shoe department's back here, the back corner of the store. Let's take a look, see what we have. Here we got all kinds of shoes, women's shoes, the men's section. It's like some running shoes here. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Hey, no, I had a couple questions. I'm actually an independent journalist doing a segment on the shoe industry. Okay. So I was wondering if I could ask you just a couple questions on it. So for shoes here, Dick's Sporting Goods, can anybody just come in off the street and buy a pair of shoes?
Yeah.
You guys don't do any ID checks, background checks, anything?
Nope. Only time we do anything like that is if there's like a special Jordan launch, and then you will have to show your ID to make sure you're the right person getting the shoe.
Okay.
But otherwise, you can come in here and get whatever you want.
Get whatever you want. Doesn't matter. And the Jordan launch is just to make sure who you are. There's no age limit.
They do like a raffle for it, so
okay.
They just want to make sure someone who didn't win the raffle isn't getting, the short end of the stick.
And there's no limit to how many shoes someone can buy in a set period?
Nope, except for the Jordan launch. Yeah, someone could come in here and buy like 50 pairs if they wanted.
Wow.
Yeah, as long as we had them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they even market shoes towards kids, is that correct?
Yep, we have a whole big kids section over there. Got big kids, little kids, and even toddlers.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter the age, from newborn on up to senior citizen?
Now maybe we won't have shoes for a newborn that's a little small, but like I think once they hit like a year in, we'll have shoes for them.
Okay. And then as far as like are there any warnings on any of the shoes that are provided or anything?
Honestly, no, because we don't really sell anything that could be potentially like dangerous to you. Like everything we have for the most part is like performance enhancing or something that's comfortable. So yeah, no warnings or anything like that.
So like if someone's used to wearing shoes and they stop wearing them, is there anything with like withdrawal or anything that they would not be used to, or is it just kind of on feel?
If you had foot problems and you got a shoe that helped you, then you wore it so long, the support and stuff wore down, you could experience some pain.
Yeah.
Then you would just want to get a new pair, and then you'd be okay again.
Okay. So I guess what do you think about like repeat customers, things like that? Do you guys have a lot of repeat customers that come in here?
There's a lot of people I see like every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's a lot of more people I see like once a week, like once every 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yep.
So I guess what would you say to the people that say that like there are health benefits for going barefoot and not wearing shoes at all?
That's something I don't know a lot about, so I'm not gonna say they're wrong or anything. Like truthfully, like if you think going barefoot's good for you, then I think that's cool.
Okay,
yeah,
great.
Because I just don't know a lot about that, but I know there's a player in the NFL who does it named Matt Collins.
Oh, really?
He's an NFL wide receiver, so it can't be bad. You know what I mean? So,
great.
Yeah, I think that's cool.
Awesome. Yeah. Thanks, Noah. Thanks for taking the time to answer my questions. Yeah, is it all right if I just look around and see what you guys got?
Yeah,
okay, cool. Thanks, Noah. I appreciate it.
No problem at all, man.
They do market these shoes towards kids, for specific sports, but yeah, I learned something new today. Apparently there's an NFL player that advocates for going barefoot. Anybody off the street can just walk in, grab a pair of shoes. Nothing locked up, nothing behind the counter, all out in the open. Apparently only the Jordans are restricted. It's like wrestling shoes. It's like we've got some soccer cleats, perhaps football cleats. This is the basketball shoe section. It's got a women's basketball and soccer cleats. And there's another cleat section here. Wow, phenomenal. So I know for a fact that shoes are not required to play sports. Even though there's all these sports-specific shoes, soccer, basketball, baseball, football, I dare say pickleball. Back in 2009 near Al Nazariya, Iraq, I was playing soccer with the Iraqi army. They were completely barefoot in the desert. I was wearing running shoes and ankle socks, and my shoes were more out of place than bare feet in that type of environment. Footwork looked superhuman, but it wasn't. I just simply had never become dependent on shoes. Shoes are available. It almost seems like it's expected across the board. Shoes should be worn. It's everything in Dick's. Not trying to hide anything, it's just very well out in the open. No limit on the amount of shoes here. Let's check out some other portions of the mall, see what type of shoes are available. Interesting comments from the worker there at Dick's. He was a shoe salesman himself. Kind of assumed it to be the default of wearing shoes, but seemed open to the idea of going barefoot. Pretty interesting. Shoe paraphernalia, images on the wall there. How you doing? Hey, I'm an independent journalist. I'm doing a documentary on the shoe industry. I was wondering if you'd be interested in answering a couple questions? No? Okay, all right. I guess what would you say to the people who say that to go running you don't really need to have shoes?
Depends where you're running.
They're a little standoffish there. Didn't really want to give too much information. It kind of makes you wonder what are they hiding? So my story begins like most other people. I was born barefoot. For a while I was clean. Then one day I was given my first pair of shoes. Just wanted to fit in. Friends and family. First it was occasional use, family events, public outings, but it escalated. And before I knew it, I couldn't leave the house without them. If I tried, it felt wrong, unsafe. My feet had forgotten how to be feet. Like many people, I told myself I can quit at any time, but I couldn't. Some mornings, wouldn't even leave the house without putting on shoes first. That's when I knew that it had taken control. When I was younger, the debate was always basketball shoes, running shoes, cross trainers. And that's exactly what the shoe industry wanted us arguing about. Controlling the Overton window. The real question, shoes or no shoes, that was never even allowed in the conversation. It wasn't until about age 40 that I finally broke the cycle. Started training for a barefoot marathon. The withdrawal at first was intense. Cold pavement, gravel, judgment from strangers. But slowly, my feet came back. I regained strength, feeling. Today I live shoe-free. My life no longer revolves around what's on my feet. And yet, the system remains. Some employers even require footwear. In my experience though, this is rarely enforced. As long as you dress professionally from the ankles up, no one asks questions. So hey, so can anyone just come in off the streets and buy shoes in here?
We buy sell trade, so anyone can come off the streets. They can bring in their new and used streetwear shoes, clothing, pretty much anything you can think of.
Okay, is there any age limit or background checks or anything like that?
No age limit or background checks. The only time we use I guess you could call it a background check, is if someone is paying with a debit or credit card, we use ID to match up with the card.
Okay. And what are the age groups that you market shoes towards?
Honestly, that's a great question. We kind of target whatever's trending, you know, it's whatever's hottest. You know, around here, there's a lot of high schools, a lot of colleges. I mean, but, you know, we get people that come in here all the time who are 30, 40 years old, and they get a shoe that they wanted as a kid, and we have it. So I guess it depends on the day, depends on the time of year. But I would say roughly anywhere between high school to 30 years old.
High school to 30?
30, I would say.
Okay. Have you ever heard of people doing like barefoot running and things like that?
Barefoot running? Actually, there's a guy at my gym who runs on the treadmill barefoot. He doesn't, you know, run in any shoes. So I've seen it before, yeah.
Interesting. So you're not against it. You just, it's just kind of something you've seen. And
I've seen it, yeah. I mean, me personally, I've had foot surgery, so I enjoy, you know, my shoes. When I walk flat-footed, it kind of messes me up a little bit. So I enjoy my running shoes for sure.
Gotcha. I guess how long have you been selling shoes? How'd you get into this?
I'm 24. I've been selling shoes since I was 13.
Okay.
So I've been in the shoe game for, what, 11 years now?
11 years?
First sneaker con was in the Independence Fieldhouse in 2015 in Cleveland. I remember the first pair of shoes I traded, it was the LeBron 11 Gamma Blues and a KD5 Extraterrestrial. That was like my first two trades.
How long have you been wearing shoes?
How long have I been wearing shoes? I mean, since I could walk.
Interesting.
Yeah, man, it's a dream come true. I feel like a kid, you know, it doesn't feel like work. It's not a job.
So you enjoy it, and you still, to this day, wear shoes every day?
Yep. For 9 hours.
So would you say Michael Jordan has had a big impact on the shoe industry?
Oh, yeah, biggest impact, for sure. Oh, you're welcome back. I just noticed that. You don't wear any shoes on.
Oh, yeah, true.
You want me to do that?
Yeah, I'm kind of a barefoot enthusiast, you could say. So I grew up wearing shoes, barefoot, shoe-free is for me. So,
yeah.
all right.
You ever get like concerned you're gonna step on anything? Or
No, but it definitely, you learn how to run different, and you pay much more attention to what you're stepping on. And every step, you know, a lot more thought goes into it. But after a while, it's like, you know, when you first start driving and you're real nervous about everything, after you get used to it, you don't even think about it. So.
Do you run when you plant? Do you land on your heel? Or
Oh no, actually, when I run, because that's primarily where I got into it. I don't hardly hit my heel at all. I'm running like the balls of my feet like this, and you step a lot lighter.
Yeah,
and your stride gets a little shorter, so it's kind of shorter, choppier steps, but you're running on like the midfoot or fronts of your feet. So
because a lot of the running shoes, you know.
yeah, you really notice like your Achilles and your calf muscles really got to build up. That's as much as the bottoms of your feet when you get started.
Yeah.
So I'm training for a barefoot marathon right now. I'm going to run the Mohican Trail Marathon. Going to run that barefoot.
Okay. There you go.
But yeah, just had to kind of build up and work into it. But I don't think I could go back now unless I need to. So looks like our work is done here. My suspicion was correct. As long as you dress for success from the ankles up, you can pull off being barefoot just about anywhere. So one thing I gotta say, guys, that I was really surprised by, even amongst shoe dealers like Dick's or any of these stores in the mall, very accepting of the barefoot community. There is no pressure to put on shoes at any time.
Really?
If you or someone you love is struggling with shoe dependency, there's hope. You are not alone. Recovery is possible. Talk to someone. Do your own research. Recovery starts with a single step, a single barefoot step.